Hey there, coach. Glad you're still with us. In the previous video, we gave you an overall view of what inclusion and being inclusive means in sport. In this video, we're going to get right down to ground level and give you some top tips towards becoming an inclusive coach. So here we go. Tip 1. Focus on what your athletes can do rather than what they can't. Think positive and forward. Tip 2. Become a relational expert. Learn, listen and communicate, especially if you're a coach of a group or a team, because this will make it harder for you to tend to individual needs. Keep in mind that some athletes may require your attention more than others. Just keep communicating with those you coach. Tip 3. Reflect on who you are in the process as part of the coach-athlete relationship and how this will influence your relationship with your athlete. This is not a them and us situation. Relationships are reciprocal and will be influenced by how all the social actors involved act and present themselves. Examine your coaching styles, the language you use, like, for example, do you use phrases like, "don't throw like a girl" to your athletes? Also review your coaching practices and the symbols you use in your coaching spaces to ensure they are inclusive. Tip 4. The eyes are useless if the mind is blind. Understand how sport serves to include or exclude others, such as particular groups of women or the barriers to performance for individuals with particular religious beliefs. Speak to your governing bodies or other experts about some of the issues in order to understand more fully the context in which you're coaching and how this then has shaped how your athletes show up in training or in performance. Tip 5. Redefine your understanding of the term inclusion. To be inclusive, you need to be a responsive, flexible, relational coach who is an equitable practitioner. This is not just about access or giving equal opportunities. It is about having the right beliefs and values and structures of support. And finally, tip 6, challenge and educate your athletes to be inclusive too. For example, challenge non-inclusive language or practices within your group or team. Do your athletes have initiation ceremonies that are harmful? Are team songs sung that are not appropriate? And when you invite athletes to social events, do you make sure athletes are invited to bring partners rather than just members of the opposite sex, such as girlfriends in the case of men's or boys' teams? So there you go. Some very practical tips towards becoming an inclusive coach. In the next video, Sheila will present you the very useful inclusion spectrum framework, which will make your life as an inclusive coach way easier. Thanks for watching and for being an inclusive coach. Keep calm and coach on.